Good afternoon, fellow BEDers. Today we're going to be talking about digital cameras. Some of the things in our discussion today are going to be features of digital cameras, comparing the different types of digital cameras, the megapixels, zoom, and digital cameras in the classroom. Digital cameras have opened up a whole new world for both teachers and students alike, and bringing digital cameras into the classroom have allowed teachers to bring things that generations before us have never been able to before. Digital cameras come in such a wide variety, and they're used everywhere in society. Take cell phones, for example. Almost every cell phone has some sort of digital camera, ranging from pretty low quality to very high quality photos nowadays. Point-and-shoot cameras are also really common in society, and many of you probably have these at home. Higher quality cameras are also becoming more common as more people get into the vast realm of digital photography. Many of these also can be purchased with a wide variety of lenses. For more serious photographers, you can get a digital camera such as this. These can be purchased with different types of lenses. We will be talking about this particular type of camera a little later on.
Digital cameras use light-sensitive sensors to digitally record images. This changes the way that digital cameras record color in comparison to film cameras. Many of the digital cameras that we have today have a wide variety of features. Some of the features that your digital camera might offer are A or AV, which is aperture priority mode. And this gives priority to your aperture, which is the size of the opening that allows light into the sensor on your digital camera. And this can allow more or less light to enter. There's also S or TV, which is a shutter priority mode, and this gives priority to the shutter. The shutter is, by controlling the shutter, you can control how long your sensor is exposed to your image in front of you. Having a longer shutter speed, a slower shutter speed, will allow you to take pictures of things like fireworks and get better quality images than you would with a quick shutter speed. Some digital cameras also have manual mode, and this allows you to control both aperture and shutter speed. Is it pause?
I don't know. Oh, hold on.
Now I'm going to discuss 4 features your digital camera may have and how you can use them in the classroom. The first feature is portrait mode. This is a very good feature for teachers to use in helping them to remember student names. You can use portrait mode to take pictures of each one of your students and then write their name below it to help you at home learn the names of the students in your classroom. Next is sport mode. This feature can be great for your students to use to take action shots in gym class. Another place they could use this feature is in physics to take action shots, perhaps of things dropping, to see which hits the ground first. The next is macro mode. This mode is great for students to take up-close shots of things in classes like biology and chemistry. One use in biology might be when they're learning the parts of the flower to take up-close pictures of all of the different parts and then label them. Video mode can be great for children when they're doing presentations. If you have a student in your class who is shy of talking in front of large groups, maybe they'd feel more comfortable taking a video so that they can record over something if they make a mistake and then showing that to the class.
But we would never, ever make mistakes on a video. There are 2 main types of digital cameras. There's a DSLR camera and a point-and-shoot camera. This is a DSLR camera. DSLR stands for a digital single lens reflex camera. This camera works by having an actual viewfinder in it. What happens is there is a mirror in the lens that when you take a photo, the mirror flips out of the way and the photo is taken in a way that it is exactly how you see it when you look through the viewfinder. It is a true image to an exact form. Hence, a little more expensive, a little bigger, but you have the advantage of having a very true image. So, DSLR, great camera. These two cameras are both examples of point-and-shoot cameras. You can get these in two varieties. This camera, as you see, also has a viewfinder. However, it's a little bit tricky because it's not actually a true viewfinder. It is just a carbon copy of what you see here. It actually has a screen and it's just a projection, so you can use it, but it's not really a true image. The point-and-shoot cameras actually have two lenses. One lens is for the viewfinder and one lens is for what your actual image is. So when you look through the viewfinder, it's actually a completely different image than what your lens is actually seeing. So this often leads to cut off heads, cut off feet. So when you take a picture, you're not actually getting what you see. This is a disadvantage to a point and shoot. So the viewfinder, not a true viewfinder. This, true point and shoot. No viewfinder whatsoever. Very, very convenient though. Don't actually have to look. You just point and shoot. As you can see, the DSLR cameras can get a little bit big, and the point and shoot cameras are a little bit smaller for a little added convenience. This is something that you may want to consider when bringing to your classroom. You may also want to consider things such as price. They can get a little bit pricey. So as a teacher, you know that you may want to consider this when paying off your student loans. So it's all up to you. Another thing you may want to consider is the type of zoom that you want, which Amanda will be talking about next.
Many digital cameras offer a certain amount of optical zoom and a certain amount of digital zoom. When looking at buying a camera, you want to look at optical zoom over digital zoom. Optical zoom is basically like looking through a pair of binoculars when you zoom in on your image. Looking at digital zoom, it's kind of like when you have your image on the computer and you blow it up. You're not actually getting a better quality image, it usually gets more pixelated. So there's no point in using digital zoom on your camera when you can do it later on your computer screen. Digital SLR cameras have a wide variety of zoom lenses and other lenses that you can buy. We have some of these on display in class for you to view.
A pixel is the smallest unit of information on your photo. Megapixels is usually how your image quality is described on your camera. It's very rare to get a camera with low quality now. Most cameras are up to now 10 megapixels, whereas my dinosaur camera is still stuck at 5. So I'm old school. Many people don't know actually how to get how many megapixels your photo is. What it is simply how many megapixels of your photo is the height times the width. So if your camera is 1.8 megapixels high times 2.8 width, multiply those together, and that's how big your photo is.
As with most things, digital cameras have a wide variety of accessories that you can buy. Some things that you might want to consider when buying a digital camera is the type of storage you'll use. You can buy all different types of storage cards, including SD cards, compact flash, even mini SDs, and I think they now have an HD SD, which has more room on it. You can also buy a wide variety of camera cases to carry all of your lenses and accessories, and tripods like the one we have our digital camera sitting on right now. Here's Janelle to talk about the different ways you can use digital cameras in the classroom.